Yes. The songs from the Elven Bungalow accompany us here this day, as we see the collective elven maidenhood of these lands are positively agog at the prospect of more elf, a game which is bricked out and blown back and a bit rickety, but carries with it a mystery, a riddle, that I dare plunge into once more, for I've got a little time this evening. I would have liked to have streamed today properly and talk about Warhammer, but the light, by the time I got to the streaming position, was destroyed, so I said, to hell with it. So I oafed, and now I've run low on... Now here I am. Elf shall be our the bread and butter, shall be our water. It shall be our beef. Elf, and it lives in the earth. But before we can get into any of that business, Krakow, we're going to power up elf and oaf. They are indeed related words. Elf, oaf, they are indeed related in the Old English and the Old Tongue. I've got the evidence somewhere here. I came across it once many years ago. I don't know where I put it. I'll put it on record. Let me see if I've just got it just two-hand. I don't know if I've got it two-hand. I guess not. I know I've discussed this with my friends Lion and the Elf and Oaf. Anyway, it comes by way of the concept of the elf, particularly as the changeling, or someone who's touched by the Fae, someone who's a little strange, someone who is an oaf, not just elf, but oaf. So the words do seem to come from that joint meaning long in the past, and are now have vastly different meanings. Better than Alf, you're damn right. We've got blank screen here, that's normal, we'll get to that. This is Mame. Unpause. I'm going to have some King of Dragons. That's right. This is an unsung elf, and may indeed be the same one. I see no evidence in this game to contradict the idea that the elf that I'm about to play as is the very same one in the cracking Atari ST game Elf, which we'll get to. Yeah, well, if only it was cooling down. Or do you mean the weather? I thought you might have meant the stream. No, the weather is rather pleasant at the minute. I still have my blast on, though, because this room contains red-hot action, as we can see. Look at the elf with his slow, low-range arrows. We fixed that with a few upgrades, don't we? Eh? Bit of gold for XP. Never mind the dwarf in this game. The dwarf is great. All of the characters... This is one of those games where all the characters are good. So Kratos, powerful figure in these lands, and many others. No doubt, 40 months of power, thanks to you. And how goes Socrates? I once again took a hit here, so I couldn't... I'm in the first level, so I couldn't get the biggest score bonus there. But the Orc King is no match for a well-placed elf. Yeah, blown back. Joke! No, I didn't. Why don't you DM it to me? Put it in a DM and I'll see it that way. Here on Twitch. That's the easiest way to get in touch with me, actually, oddly enough. You put it in a DM, I'll see it. Because every time I look at Twitch, it goes whoop. Well, it doesn't go whoop, but... Oh, damn it. I wanted to save that. But I see it there. Easiest and most effective method. Then I'll see it. I don't have to click on anything either that way. Oh, God, just walk into some orcish mace. It's almost like I have to power up for my power-ups so that I've got enough vigor. Vigor's a touch-and-go concept in this and most lands. It wasn't just yesterday I was playing this. Was it? No, the day before. Friday was the day of Elf. Friday by Bardic Reckoning, which is different to the Reckoning of many. Whoa! Now we plunge down here. Elfheim. Yeah, we looked at the Alfheim book, didn't we, not that long ago, for Mystara. It contained much good lore. Minotaur. What's that stupid Minotaur gonna do? What? The second bow. Oh, Elfhelm. Pardon me. I first read that as Elfheim. What an oaf. That's what you get for looking at the chat box with one eye while your other eye is fixed to the screen of battle. I'll save this fire for the next wave of enemies, thank you. That'll do. James Moore, there's a couple of Bone Masters in the future in this stream here. Especially once we get clear of this game. Although there's no shortage in this game. The treasure. The Katang of battle. It's quite a skirmisher, this elf. The gems look so good. Capcom had a real knack for the gems. Whatever artist was in charge of gem illustration, they were right on the money. There's some Glod. All needed. That beast. Oh, leveling up inside the enemy there is very, very satisfying in this game. It goes. Up. Oh, I knew I was toast. I should have moved earlier. Yes. He's very wise, Cora. That's what's going on. Easy. Oh, look at that. There we are. There we are. Europe! No, sir. No. Kiryu-chan. The European lands are far from here. Right. Doing well, doing well. Another beautiful gem there. Oh, come on. Let me hit the magic. Everything's in the way. It's right there. Ah, the thief. Then we're going to have a Hydra battle at the end of this cave. This gorgeous cave. Capcom, hard to beat. Aloy, the elf parrying those crossbow bolts. Shooting them out of the air. Whew. So many jewels. This is your selected stream game. Oh. That's good. It's a great game. I nearly got caught there. This is one of the greatest games, actually. One well worth appreciating. Dealt with. The Hydra step back. I think I said Wyvern earlier as well. Hydra blown back. Turns to stone in the background as well. Fades to grey. To the Nord Isle. I never finished Superstars, you're right. Well, that bloody lava beast. It's the choke point of that game. And the warrior in the cantina. If I can get big strategies... I guess I've got big strategy for the lava beast, which is don't die up until the lava beast. And have big plasma. And I had something going on with the cantina monster, which is how I managed to get past it. You know, that first time I came up with some sort of pack. The next time he defeated me... Let me get that jewel there. Yeah, the troglodytes return. They just don't die. What's the problem? I mean, did Luke die in the film? No. So what's your excuse during Superstar? Ah, like that. Ah. Oh. Plantain. There we go. You slide into him and push him back. Is that the technique? Because I had like a method. Like a figure 8 motion I was doing. Just knowing the timing for when he does his low attack was like the key. I don't remember Luke ever doing no sliding in the film either, for the record. Well, he might have done. He did a bit of sliding after he went down the Cloud City tunnel, didn't he? Oh, got kicked out of that scene a little faster than I thought. Ah, the Mystic Arrow here. The Knoll's blown back. The Red Orc. Blown back. And now the Battle of Skeleton Land. This is where they hide mostly. We'll destroy the Orcan Brethren. And we'll destroy the Skeletanian Brethren. This is my favourite scene in the game, I think, this beautiful sky here. The Jason and the Argonauts scene. Oh. There's another Manitou battle here. Ah! This is the easier of the two Manitou. They might actually be the same, it's just that you're more powerful when you fight this one. Oh, look at this. What an oath. Turtles in Time always comes up. I've got very little regard for Turtles in Time, but I haven't played it in many moons. I don't even get a giant reward for defeating that Minotaur. You know, it's all wrong. Yep. It's fine warm day. Ugh, look at that. Oh, there was a magic there. Now, there's skeletons show up around here, don't they? Right when you're distracted by that chest, I think. Yeah, there they are. One of them, anyway. I think there's a couple more. Oh, I walked into him like an oaf. Lost track of exactly where I was. Can't believe it. I think that's a mimic. The purple chests are almost always mimics, or maybe they are just flat out always mimics. Gunslinger guys appear. That's how we do it.
With my spear.
Three skeletons in a row. Oh, I'm being divested of my health here in this tower. The Giant in the Shrine, the story is called here. jewels. I mean the gold. There's a jewel and a half worth 2,000 penny. Oh, that's not a mimic. I don't know what I just picked up there. Was it food? Made the food noise, I think. I was just about to say, I wonder if I can keep that magic for when the Cyclops comes. Well, ways off that, I think. No, Wizard, excellent character. No elaboration needed. Valid opinion. Like I said earlier, this is one of those beat-em-ups where every character is good. That's relatively rare, or at least every character, from a personal standpoint, has a good deal of appeal to me. It's not unknown, but it's not that common. Get out of here, the Cyclops. Good, dealt with. He does, very pirates. He's got a Pirates of Darkwater costume, doesn't he? The legendary fourth bow of the elves. Lost for all time until now. The elf casts his previous bow into the sea. Damn right. We're gonna get to elf. That's the manliest elf game I've seen. Somehow it's got mystique. Despite being such a banger of a game, like banger as in rickety, like a banger car that goes kapow when you try to do anything with it. A lot of backfire on Elf on the Atari ST. We'll get to that. Time enough for Elf in the grave. This is a pretty manly elf. Oh, no, no. The Bowling Masters. Oh, even more are coming up. Oh, I meant to jump forward. That's non-ideal. Vertical leap. Oh, a diamond. I'll let myself get distracted by jewelry. Rickety kid. It's got mileage. In fact, I think it still runs. Got mileage. It's mysterious enough to keep the intrigue up. Like, I had a wild idea that we could use the fire spell at key points to get a lot of arrows. Like, we could eliminate lines of enemies. Like, I don't know if it does this, but I suspect the fire magic might penetrate through enemies. I don't know if it does. But I'd like to test it. Because remember when we go down the subway, it was called, there's a huge, gathering of opponents all in a row down there. And I think it might be time for the red magic. I don't know. This elf is unsung, really, amongst Capcom elves. It's the girl elves that tend to get all the attention. But I would hardly say he's not deserving. I would never say so. Ah, what an oath. Deserving of praise. I oafed there. I oafed. I wasn't paying enough attention. Peter Fonda. The Mosquito Coast? What movie's that? Yeah, bow and arrow. Right. Many arrow. Dinner for spiders. Who are you calling, buddy? This is a Gelidoo here. Retreat. A tree man at rest. To the castle! You don't go straight there. You've got to play the road to the castle. Is that the castle in the background, perhaps? And we're taking a circuitous route through the foreground. Maybe not. Maybe that's a distant holding of some lord. No doubt conquered by skeleton masters under the command of James Moore, notorious necromancer. Right, get back, you lizard masters. Good. Don't give lizardmen any quarter. Their blocking is what gets you. You think you can suppress them and then they block. Yeah, blown back by Starfall. Oh, I did get all of them after all. No bonus for that. Oh, you see that nonsense? Oh. The lizardmen, you've got to keep big distance. That's hard when there's 50 lizardmen around. Plus skeletons. Uh-oh. No, we're good. Don't worry about that lizardman back there. Or he's a little bit of a dragon master. He's got a dragonian look about him. Oh, that mega chest. The jewel unknown. Now the Dragon Rider. Master of his craft. Practice your art elsewhere, Dragon Rider. Hey, whoa, watch out. Dark Elf perhaps. I think that's a tail lash move the dragon does as well, but I'm not sure. I've never seen it hit anything. Big treasure. The 5th bow of the elves. This one made of bone. Composite bone and yew, probably, or horn, probably. A screen-sized lizard beast. Thanatos, you can do that. Dragon breed. Depends on what you mean by screen size. There's large and there's pretty big. Panzer Dragoon. Oh, immediate second Dragon Master. This time he's accompanied by Warrior. I didn't authorize that. Oh god. Oh. Lord. Landing the magic on big things is great because it hits those multiple times. Feels good. Stay away from me. Watch out. Oh, the jewel. Ah, the thief saved me there. Him picking it up means it didn't vanish. It just went into his bag and I can get it from him. Look out. It's another of the Dragon Masters. Oh, he's got even more of these. Dragon men of his own. I'm gonna get rid of them first. Ah! That was not my plan. That wasn't my plan either. Oh. I don't like you either. Oh. Ah! I was trying to turn around and hit him before the disaster could strike. The hammer of disaster is descending rapidly upon the elf here. We did get an extend though, so maybe it's not all bad. Oh god. Significant phalanx of lizardmen here. Backed up by Bone Masters. Oh god. Oh, fantasy sidestep there. Beautiful elven move. Very good. Alright, now this Grand Master of Battle. Not sure of the correct battle approach here. Oh, I've got to be ready for that stuff. If you can be ready for it. Your dragons will not avail you. Flame of Uldum. Oh, God. Oh, you didn't find me that time, eh? The Black Knight. Blown back. Yeah, they're one of the lesser breeds. Corrupted in the ancient age. Their form is not the noble form of the dragon. There's only one true dragon in this game, and it's the final boss. And it is an absolute doozy. He looks magnificent. But you gotta get there, though. The Black Knight. Oh, the Golden Arrow. Well sought after by all of the elves, actually. It was thought lost for all time, but it was just here in this dingy underpass. In a magnificent chest, albeit, yes, I grant you that. Now the mummies. These are the closest thing this game has to a Frankenstein. Mummies and Frankenstein often hang out, I think. They have similar tastes in movement. Get out of here, bandageman. Ah, the Dust Masters. They sure don't. They don't make games like this anymore. The only other game that is like this that I can even think of, the shooty aspect of the elf notwithstanding, is Blade Master. It has a sort of similar approach to combat. Oh, get out of here. Skeletons. How many of these? Oh, there's a lucky level up there. I think I was about to be struck by a blade. Oh, God. Alright. We've got more time. This is the wraiths. Which aren't very difficult for the elf. It's worth saying. Doesn't use the plural either, it just says wraith. It makes me think it's sort of a collective. Maybe it's their band name. Wraith! We are Wraith! This is our new song, Level Drain! Because it'd be a terrible metal band, obviously. Oh, it could be like a folk band as well, that'd be pretty good. Yeah, wraiths blown back. Magic arrows. They weren't ready for it. No, this isn't a licensed D&D game, but it's certainly influenced, isn't it? Oh, I thought there might have been a secrety there. The sixth bow. This was sort of a direct ancestor to the official D&D game. Well met, Nautical Key. And hail. Hey! Your message is highlighted as well. It's got a glow upon it, an enchantment. I can see the Dweoma. Gygax loved the word Dweoma. He's obsessed with it. Sitting in his house, muttering it over and over. We're doing obscenely good. Like, this is the best I've done on one credit on stream. I have 1CC'd this game in the past. I say that every time, like, you're not going to believe me. But in private life I have, and I think most of the time I've done it as the wizard, who is either easiest or joint easiest character with the elf. But I have done it with the cleric as well. I've never done it with fighter or dwarf. To my great shame. Oh god, the mimic's after me. Well met. Voltage fat. Voltage Fatso. I thought I was going in for a more grandiose Voltesiast or something like that. But well met. 15 months of power. Voltage Fatso. I misread the name. The greatest named weapon in Okay. Am I including myth? Are we including mythology or strictly like 20th century fantasy? Saknoth is up there. Stormbringer probably under those. Immediately get killed by the Dracon. Never mind. Some of the Tolkien ones probably count. That was a good attempt. There's the princess there, just in time to watch me die horribly. Like, who is that elf? That's all she saw. She saw the Dragonian swoop down and slay some random elf. From her point of view, our adventure never happened. Just never happened. He does look a bit Power Rangers. He'd make a good Power Rangers monster. He'd make an excellent rubber costume based on him. Alright, King of Dragons, step back. The time has come to get stuck back into the Atari ST emulator and boot up Elf for a while. It's not going to be a full-length stream, I don't think. But I've got to get stuck into that Elf. You strike while the iron is hot. That's the key. And you also play Elf when the time is upon you. Games. Here we are. Steam. I've marked the correct version of this emulator. What are you talking about? What? Okay, Steam doesn't work. Hang on. Oh. I see. Hang on. I've made a mistake there. I've made a mild mistake with Steam. Now that should be fine. There we go. Okay, sorry. There was a sound of ill omen, but it was my fault. Elf, commence. I don't think Stormbringer is a particularly good name. It's not the most beautiful name. It's not the most grand. I guess a lot of things take after Stormbringer. Bum, 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 bum. There is an elf. Once upon a time, an elf got lost in the woods. The wild old Pumpkin King saw Elf and decided to punish him, for elves may never be lost in the woods. The Pumpkin King magicked Elf away to his castle and set him a task. Harvest a golden pumpkin in 24 hours or tend the slimeweed patch forever. Yeah, this is the version. Alright, the dragon head has been destroyed, giving us our first 50 points. And now we make an ascent. Run, Elf. This was my technique. Oh god, Elf, crouch. Oh, bloody Elf. The best named weapon in fantasy. I don't know. Stormbringer, it's a fine name. I guess it's overused and there's been too many like derivatives. We're getting the biffs out early, I see. We've just got to get past little goblin fortification here like that. And we just run down here without fear. There's the Bone Master, we get rid of him. We get the arrows. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Elf, stop. You can walk and you can run in this. See, a scenario like that, with the 3 Bone Masters, that might be a good fireball place where we can save 3 arrows there. And that's probably... If we're going into mythology, Excalibur, great. But we're talking about swords. My favourite mythological weapon is actually the Gorgon's head, wielded by Perseus. It's basically the equivalent of Excalibur in Greek myth in a lot of ways. It's my favourite weapon. Alright. Graham, absolutely great. What about Chrysogrim from Symphony of the Night? Specifically, that Chrysogrim. Look out. Yeah, Durandal, great. Sword of Roland. Oh, God, look out. The elf must face many moments of peril on his journey. Not least of which getting over that hole. Slowing down. Okay. What if we get all these arrows and we don't go down there straight away? What if we go toward the Phantom Serpent? We haven't yet learned how to get back up here. We go past the volleyball nets to the Phantom Serpent, which lives up here. Since we've got, like, spare arrows, can we kill him? Oh, no, maybe we can't. We do get rid of him by dying on him. Oh, it's just... Alright. Alright. Didn't get on the high scoreboard. The mystery of that great face up there. It dies at the edge of the screen, and we get points for it. But I wonder if it's vital to, like, keep it alive or something obscure like that. That sort of thing in a game like this would not be unknown. Are you kidding me? That is not inevitable for the record. Alright. What if we get those 3 things up there, then do the lower path? Since we're fighting those skeletons anyway, we're fighting these anyway on the return journey. It's probably better. A little riskier. It's a big... But we don't know the huge point values like later things are going to give us. Elf is notoriously difficult to control. What if... Oh! I can't cast the spell here. I thought this would be a good place to cast the green spell, but... You know, it blocks the enemy. I guess it's not really, because I have to go that way. It's not really a top spot to cast. I can't get back down by any normal means. Oh, Elf, what are you doing? Alright, never mind. The giant snake probably can't bypass the tree magic. In fact, I wonder if it's slain by it. The problem with trying that on the giant snake is that it takes a long time for the tree to emerge, and the snake is basically right on top of us. Rather, I think we need the sun spell, like the fire magic. Oh, the sun spell, that sounds good to me. And he cast the sun spell. And evermore was it whispered. He does vanish if you die to him. Like, you sacrifice a life. And there's a note there that says something, but these things are a menace. Don't worry about them. Let's go up. See, there's the red potion we need for the sun spell. Whoop. Is a part of the Pumpkin King's land. Of course, the Pumpkin King's in charge of the goblins here. The scrolling doesn't like to play well with the elf's movement. Now we go down here. That's food. There's a food mechanic in this. Those of you who have not seen Elf before, there is a mechanic of starvation. So you've got to keep up to date with your food. Oops. There's an awful lot of arrows here. Oh, we missed one. Scale Rock, Swim Lake. Also, you can't fall down more than... Speak of the devil. Game over. Elf wounded. You can't fall down more than a little bit, otherwise you die. Elf notoriously ravenous. Alright, the elf. Let's go. That's the green spell. Again, the elven character is shown to be a master of physical combat. Master. Oh, damn it. I didn't mean to go down here. Can I go back? You can. Oh, good. The windswept battlement. Oh, I forgot about the skeleton. I was just going to barrel over here. Oh, I guess he's gone now for permanent. Whoop. Shouldn't run unless necessary. I suppose it probably is fairly necessary. Elf, what are you doing not shooting? I was pushing the button. This elf, I don't know. It's necessary for leaping those pits. No, win at what? Depends what they're playing. How about upping the stakes? Whose baby brother becomes one of who? And for how long? I don't know. Jareth never seemed to be a swordsman. I suppose it's the kind of I suppose the kind of hobby he might do. We know nothing of the Pumpkin King. They both seem to be more trickery based than anything else. That's the magic. Turning into bubbles. It's a magical sparkle. Alright, the elf has collected the wine there. I suspect the wine is the key component of the food that the elf collects. Oh god, that's gonna kill me. Oh, phew, I lived. I lived. I'm shocked. Alive. The Slimeweed patch does seem to be an equivalent to the Bog of Eternal Stench. Nobody wants to tend the Slimeweed patch. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh god, they would. They would. Those bloody rampart goblins up there that are on guard. The ones in the armor. They just happen to choose to shoot an arrow. I have very little defense. You can jump over them. But it's very touch and go there. Like, your survival chances are on the marginal side, I have to say. Likewise here, I don't know if we can get down there. We might need, like, magic to clear these skeletons out in a certain... excuse me. In sufficient time, you know? Or maybe the lightning can hit them. Yeah, that was a 2+ arrow, probably. Now, don't worry about them. Oh, I forgot about the ones at the edge of the screen. I don't know. If only this had, like, better scrolling. Or was flip screen. It's like one of those two things would be better. It's got, I don't know what you'd call it, periodic scrolling, I guess. Where you scroll a bit. It's flip screen, but with a scrolling feature. Which is terrible. This is better than the Amiga version, I must say, which is relatively rare in my experience. There's quite a few ST games that seem to be the true version, though. If it was made for the ST first, and the ST version is the true version, seems to be the rule of thumb. Uh-oh, Elf, what are you doing up there? There we go. So now we have this, the sun spell. And I'd like to go back down to the Spring Masters, down where we... Oh, damn. Down where we started. You know those two on the right side. And I'll cast a sun spell, and I'll see if it penetrates through both of them. So I have to push X to change magic. Got to use the keyboard to use my spells. And C is cast for casting spells. Right, very straightforward. Oh no, it only does one of them. It only killed one of them. I was shocked. So, what's the advantage? There must be things like the Phantasm Snake that are basically immune to arrows. So we need to save the sun spell for them, I guess. Because that's not profitable, like trading 2 sun spell casts for 2 arrows, or 2 arrows for 2 arrows. Yeah, it's a bespoke arrow. And it might have other effects that we don't know yet as well. There we go, this way. Halt. The game struggles to keep up with the action. Even though it's the game's own action, so it's not my fault. Oh. No, do not use it. There we are. In that brief moment where we're on screen, they can choose to attack those goblins on the battlements. The green 4 is the 4 uses of the green spell there, which summons a tree which enemies and their projectiles cannot pass through. So it's quite useful. A disused mineshaft. I don't know if this is the correct way to go, but it seems to be the most effective one so far. I'm aware. This game very much reminds me of Barbarian, but it's a lot more mazy than Barbarian is, though. For good or ill. I'm sort of dreading the idea that there's going to be an exact number of arrows that you need to clear whatever the challenges are. An exact number of arrows, an exact number of spells and stuff like that. I don't think Barbarian's super mazy. I think Barbarian is reasonably straightforward. Barbarian 2. The Palace Software Barbarian 2 is very mazy. I'm talking about Psygnosis Barbarian. Yeah, it's easy to get them confused. There's several of them. There's some Game Boy game called Barbarian as well, that I saw Tim the Toolman carrying on like an episode of Home Improvement. I thought, that says Barbarian. What is that game? And I still don't know what it is. Oh, crikey. Elf sort self out. Step 1. Oh, Elf. Can still hear that Spring Master. They call him the Lord of Spring. Now, what do you think? Ooh. Oh, I didn't expect to get vacuumed down instantly, but I did. Yeah, that's a cat battle highway, and that's the one. That's Barbarian 2. And it is indeed a maze game. It's one of the chief maze games of its age. Barbarian 2, the Psygnosis Barbarian 2 is also quite mazy, because it takes a similar approach to navigation, actually, as Palace Software Barbarian 2 does. Which is kind of interesting. Slow down, Elf. It was a day of promise. The day... Way! He was ready for me. Oh, we're at the top of the gambling stairs. All right. Now we can get all these dice. All right. Who thinks getting more dice give us better odds at the gambling? Like if I push the G key now, will I instantly die? Let's try it. And gamble. Yes. 60 seconds to get a pumpkin. Instant death. Oh, I had no idea. There's phantasm serpents in there too. I don't know. You must need something else besides just the dice, which I have 0 dice of now. I don't know. Every time we've tried the gamble, it's always been like it's some insurmountable position where you get to see 2 frames of the screen and then you just die. You die and you die instantly. I think I'll go over here. And oddly, the water doesn't kill you instantly. Oh, more Sunspell. See, that's important. That's 8 Sunspell. I'm not even sure those pits down there are instant death. One over on the other side is. Oh, Elf. What on earth? So this is the life of Elf, which we all must endure. Very cheap, very cheap. Anyway, I think I've got the measure of that chamber now, so we should expand our explorations a little bit and go down the other way, the subway, and just sort of see if we can push the exploration a little bit. Like, there's formations of armored goblins in places like the battlements over here, and on the other side, beyond the Phantasm Snake, that there must be a way to get past them, and you can't do it with your bow, I'm sure. Your bow and your jumping are not sufficient to take care of that stuff. So it's probably a case of the lightning spell having some great use. It probably clears screens of enemies, actually, if I'm thinking optimistically. My other hope is that it's some kind of lightning shield so you can gamble and not die instantly. There's something to that gamble button, but it's... Man, you die. You just die. This is a anti-gambling league funded this game. You gamble, you die is their motto. Oh, you little devil. Oh, I made it. Sometimes you can evade them with a well-timed flying leap. Yeah, being a delicate elf's not all it's cracked up to be sometimes. Most of the time it is, though. You play your harp, you play the pipes in the glade with the tree man and all that stuff, like my fantasy Warhammer elves. Right, the surprise attack tunnel. You'll note that the ladders have an idiosyncratic way of operating as well, and that you got to wait for them to be going the right direction. They're almost like escalators. Come on. And then they suck you down like that. You get vortex down whatever direction they're going. You got to go along with it. I forget exactly what we found down here. I assume it was a grisly death. See, there's one of the armored goblins. You know, if I could cast... No, I can't. You have to be on, like, flat ground to cast the green spell. Otherwise, that would be a good spot. Oh, we got inside the tree. That was scrolling treachery there. Was trying to block them, and so I could... Yeah, I don't even know what I was trying to do. Well, what an oaf. A better way is probably taking the low road, but I don't remember exactly what we found. Yeah, mega goblins. Oh, right. Skeletons do contact damage. Oh, I thought it was going down for some reason. Game over, elf wounded. 250 points, we're on the board. So that's as far as we've been that way. We would have to spend an ungodly number of arrows. Well, we kind of have enough arrows. You know, we sort of have enough for that region. Troubling though it is. Like, if we get all these, every arrow pickup is worth 2 arrows. That's one of the mysteries of the elves. I'm pretty much convinced this is the same elf as the King of Dragons elf. This is one of his other adventures. Before he got the most mystic bows in the land that enabled him to fire magic arrows that never went away. They always returned to his quiver. And they never break. So you've got to spend quite a few arrows down here as well. Actually, so this is the green spell as it brings up this plant. I don't know if it does anything else, though. Like, my arrows likewise cannot pass through it. It's not that much of an advantage. How did he survive? The fact that they take a random amount of time to shoot the arrow as well is really like a certifiable move. It means you can never train your reflexes. Only 23 hours left, elf. Alright, the surprise attack tunnel. A platform. Dunno, why don't we try that here? Once I've gotten down there and eliminated those, we'll see if we can get on top of it. Might want to do it somewhere that isn't near this stupid ladder, though. This section was the Devil's Brew on the Amiga version. It's being the Devil's Brew right now. Oh. There we go. Oh, bloody elf. Something that might not be obvious is that the elf walks automatically, right? You push a direction, he goes in that direction until you crouch or jump or any other thing. It's quite an uncouth method of locomotion, but we won't argue with him. Alright, I was going to experiment. Well, this might be a good place for it. I wonder if I can do it here. No? You can't just cast it any old where. So I can't put it there in any case. Gives you cover. I don't like this. Because you've got to tighten. The scrolling is so jerky, it's hard to tell when he's... Ah! Like that. You're in the subway. One thing I like from a lot of these computer platformers is that every screen or every area has a name. Oh, damn. An elf needs food already. Right, if I go up here and I go full commando... Yes, I like that. Oh, elf! Yeah, you don't get your food back when you respawn. The green tree gives you no food or anything. The elf's just going to die of starvation. There's something down here, though, that we're going to need, whatever it be. You know, the gamble thing might depend also where you're standing. Like, there might be an optimum gamble position to stand in and initiate Oh, he's starved in midair. Oh, bloody elf. He has one food, but it dwindles. That's like his last food that he's on. And once you're on 0, he just starves instantly and just perishes. It's a shocking arrangement of gameplay. And the place with any food pickups is that other cavern. But there might be a food pickup. Oh, elf. The last crumb of Lembas. Yep. Starving instantly in midair. That's how he does it. Elves don't do anything by halves. He's not starving. He's just fully starved. This goes from fine to bleh, the instant he runs out of food. Oh god, I forgot about the 3 Bone Masters. I jumped. Oh, that's bad, because you die and you come back, but you don't recuperate food. So you can go through all your food just dying. It's a strange combination of mechanics, which I rue. Like, I really don't think it needs the food mechanic, surely. There's already a timer. You know, you've got 24 hours. Or your elven brother becomes one of us forever. Oh, there they are. Oh, God. Clumsy? I got shot with an arrow. Clumsy is what it says when you... who knows? Clumsy is what it says when you fall a distance, normally. Oops. Oh, too many arrows wasted. And we need many. Awkward Aardvark, you're a master of this game, I'll wager. Why is there 60? Oh, I thought there was more than 3. There is more than 3. No, there's only 3. Oops. Now we'll just go down here. Now we have to commando at the top of the stairs here. There we go. Oh, a dedicated website for this. I better not look at it. I'll get spoiled. Oh, that was an unsolicited... Oh, the windswept... We're back on the battlement? Oh! So that's how you get over here, eh, my boys? Get out of here, goblin. And there's a sun spell right there. Oh, what? The elf can't make that leap? Wait, did I die from the fall, or did the fire get me? Alright, that's fascinating. That's interesting that we can get over there. I'm going to sacrifice this life to going over to the left and just explore it, because I've only got a vague memory of going over there. We're going to sacrifice a life to the Phantasm Serpent, alright, because I don't think we can defeat it with mere arrows, but it will be removed when we do that. Let's just get the measure of this. Now there's a note. Head right to Castle Gate. Okay, we'll figure that out. And when you go over here, there's like a great phalanx of goblin men. We probably can manage to jump up there, though, but it looks too forbidding for my skill level. We're on our last life. Oh, well, we used to be. Just jumping over that bloody gap. Alright. Vordrella, well met. An odd hour, but it is the hour of elf. Adored by the finest elven maidens in the land. Serenaded by the musicians of the elven bungalow. This game's coming together, like it's starting to unravel a little bit. Moment by moment, right? We're getting a little more and a little more. I like games like this. Shadow of the Beast 2 was like this. Barbarian was like this. And who can forget Bride of Frankenstein? It was very much like this, where you sort of pull it together inch by inch as you play. You start to uncover the character of the game. Oops. Oh, God. That would have hit me, I'm sure. Oh, this is a commando goblin. Now, we have to get out of here before they start shooting. Don't worry about him. Then we escape, like that. Right, so my plan now is to go back to the big cave. Don't run. I think you just want to walk up to this. A disused mine shaft. I don't know what's below either. We could attrition below, sacrificing a life or two. A vast, damp cavern. Never mind them. At least you can still act while it's scrolling. Even though it puts enemies right on top of you sometimes. Whoops. It was one step too early. We'll go down here. The Giant's Ladder. Get the food. We need the food. When I'm finished, there'll be a second master of this game, and it shall be me. Oh, not even the programmer probably has mastered this. He who sets the challenge need not meet it. Scale... Oh, elf. Yeah, clumsy. Scale rock. Swim lake. There is lore that I never knew at play. Oh, elf. Control yourself. Oh, God. The elf is an oaf. Now, I want to go up again to get the maximum number of dice. The mystery of the gambling may not be solved this day or in this lifetime. There's the dice. Get the maximum number. 32 dice. Ooh, oh, we're at the sheer rock face. This is a whole other matter. Let's try it out. There's a big number of arrows on offer for... I thought I might be able to just skedaddle my way down. Maybe I can skedaddle my way down. Like, yeah, I can skedaddle my way down. Oh! God, game over, elf wounded. Ah, man. There's some goings on down there as well that I need to solve. This game is just full of mysteries. There is one Lord of Elf, and he does not share power. I'd settle for some Zookeeper jumping in this game, actually. Look at the big clusters of enemies. Imagine the bonus you could get off some of these goblins. You ever play Zookeeper? There's a true game. Gotta risk all for the big jumps. The more animals you jump, the bigger the multiplier. Oh! Ah, whatever. Yes, they each counts for 2. Fortunately. That was probably a last-minute addition to the game. After realizing that 1 arrow per pickup made the game impossible, probably. There's no guarantee such things were checked over before release. The Sunspell might come in handy on the rock face, but I don't know. I don't know how you'd position yourself for it. Oh, we've got to wait for the... If only you could just use the ladders normally, like in a normal game. They drew a front-facing elf sprite. They might as well have made the ladders orthodox. They didn't. They made a conscientious decision to do not that. Oh, he destructed. It's like sometimes the scrolling destroys enemies. That might be a secret technique. That might be the sorcery of the elves there at play. Oh, good. I don't need to do a running jump here, actually. Good. Calm walking jumps. Better. I feel like the... I was just about to comment positively. I feel like the walking jump is much safer in this version than it was on the Amiga version. What other games are really good on the ST, even if dubious on Amiga? It might be worth the exploration. Flying leap. I like having an ammo counter. See, that's one of the most enjoyable things about Resident Evil was looking after your ammunition. And in Resident Evil 2, where it was much less of a problem, you know, you weren't in ammo peril so much, it still gave significance to the ammo that you did have. Likewise here, I feel like when you've got lots of ammo, there's a certain kind of safety that you feel that is otherwise absent from games such as this. A certain kind of power and trust, right? Where it's all, I can go into that dark place because after all, I've got 20 arrows. Oh, you can kind of land on the ladders. That makes them extremely dangerous. All right. In fact, I've got so many arrows, I'm going to chance not going through the Goblin Gauntlet there. I'm going to dare this other unrelated... Oh, the Goblin Gauntlet! Ah, elf wounded. Ah, Scale Rock, Swim Lake. Yeah. Yeah, well, good enough. It is good enough, I guess. It's good enough. It's the placeholder until eternity. I'm glad I'm not running that top gauntlet anymore. That was a mistake to do that for so long, I believe. Oh, elf. You're not ready for that yet. You've got to go and get all your arrows. Oh, I shouldn't have done a normal jump there. It's very risky. Normal jumps over these gaps. You want the running jump with the flip. Normal jumps frequently results in mysterious scrolling deaths. Yep, the windswept battlement with the attractive Starfield in the background for good measure. That skeleton teleports back, as is common to his kind. Did the scrolling destroy an arrow there? Run away. There's the nooses. A grim detail there. Skyrim folly compared to this. Skyrim vacuums up a lot of talented modders, though, unfortunately, so Elf is left in privation as far as user-created content is concerned. What year was this game? Good question, I don't remember. I don't remember what year this was. 88. Yep, great year. You could have said any year, like a good solid 30-year bracket there, and it would have been a great year. Either for games or music or some other... Ah! Oh! Ah! That one went past me. I thought maybe they were like on a plane. I thought this game was like maybe doing planes. Of course it's not doing planes. The other elf game. There's another elf game? There's a leprechaun game on Mame. A notorious leprechaun game I used to play back in the early days. Look at those things there. Those are demons summoned by the Pumpkin King, no doubt. Oh. Civilized walking only elf, thank you. Ah! Should have stayed on the lower platform. Now we're on our last life, and a noble life it is. Let us not waste it on folly. Play a different game for that, I guess. Yeah, there's another elf. There's an elf on Amiga. It looks a bit... What? Ah. That was some hogwash. You gotta try and not jump while it's scrolling, but that'd be a feat unto itself. The Pumpkin King scored 5,000 in his own game. A DOS version of that one. We'll have to scope that game out at one point. Oh, I didn't want to go down the disused mineshaft, Elf. Ha! I've got a firm belief that the most important element, if you want to make a survival horror game, is actually a resource management element. With that swing between privation and vulnerability and abundance and power, the swing between those two states, that's the actual emotional manipulation that counts in those games. It's the only one that's really effective. It's even more effective than like an expertly made atmosphere, in my opinion. Now, you could argue that that's not a horror atmosphere. I would say that doesn't matter. It's much less important than you might think to have a strict definitional horror atmosphere. The horror is the content anyway. It's not the atmosphere. It's not it's not a emotional manipulation gimmick. It's the strict like elements the game is made of that aren't necessarily gameplay related. But if you want good anxiety and tension, resource management, nothing beats it. And if you have a good scary atmosphere on top of that, if you can manage that, which I think is not compulsory, but if you can manage it, then you might be dealing with a world-class survival horror game. Potentially. Yep. Alright, don't fall through the ceiling, I mean the rock. Like that. I've got a couple of other games to look forward to playing as well. There's one called Hunt Down, which was mentioned on a McCaw stream recently, that I apparently bought when it came out, because I liked the look of it, I guess, and then instantly forgot about it, and I've never, ever actually played it, and it's like 5 years old, and it's got a sequel coming. So I don't know. No, it's not Freeman related. It's some kind of platformy shooter. It was good. I'd like to play it. And there's also like a Shinobi style game that Jiggy was playing the other day that I'd never even heard of. I want to play that one day as well. It looked good, so I didn't watch too much of it. I didn't want to get spoiled. Yeah, many cases, many cases. Like if you don't play it straight away, there's a good chance, at least like if you're like me, you'll just forget the game even exists and you just won't play it. Shadow Gangs, that's the one. Which I think may also have a sequel coming or currently a thing or something. I don't dare just walk forward. It'll vacuum me all the way down and I want to go out to the place. It looked pretty good, that Shadow Gangs. I better get stuck into it. Sheer Rockface. Oh, this is risky rock scaling. That's good work, Elf. Now, there's something here, isn't there? We went to another area, like here or down from here or somewhere else. I can't just drop. There we go. I can't look down. I could only... Might be over here. Oh no, I can't move any further forward. Now this is risk country. A noisy, cold, damp crack. Right. This is where we were. What do you think this leads to? If anything. Oh, look at the number of ghouls here, or whatever they are. Bile demons. There's a note. Cringe! Password 4, cringe! Cringe! Remember that. Cringe. Password 4? What on earth? Where are we getting all these passwords from? Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh, we went back to the sheer rock face. Its time still hasn't come, Dunwall's finest. Hey, 365 is our best score. That was our single best attempt so far. Now, how do I put my password in? Do I have to reset the game? That jump's rough. I guess we have to reset the game. Alright. Am I doing this? Oh, I'm moving my mouse and it seems to think that's input. Okay. Krakow. Just restart the whole emulator. Cringe. Yeah, but it asked about passwords at the very beginning. Yeah, I think this is secretly a King's game. I reckon. N is new password. Right. I remember reading that now. Password 4, cringe. There's the elf. Pumpkin Soft, 1988. Created by the Pumpkin King himself. Elves may never be lost in the woods. We got to get the golden pumpkin. Apparently we got to find 2 halves of the golden pumpkin, actually. In 24 hours. Or tend the slimeweed patch forever. Excuse me. We're weary. I'm tired, but the time is right. For elf. Use password, yes. Oh god, I'm typing yes into my own chat box. What an oaf. Password, no. 4. Cringe. It hides the keystrokes. Yay! Ah, no arrows? You don't want anyone looking on to get your password. No arrows. Ah! Ah! Crikey. How am I going to fight all these things with no arrows and no nothing either? Oh, I'm just trying to get position for the jump. Yikes. Who's walking around with these passwords? You can't make that jump from a standing position. Elf got 5. That's the lowest score we've had so far. I don't know what the point of the passwords is going to be then. make this jump on the first time? You take a little, like a micro walk. Ah, damn it. Come on. You're immediately in danger. So I got 4 arrows. The monsters are glitching in the land here. Oh, the daring of the elf. Oh, you don't even have enough food to... I don't know about this password, lads. Look at this. The password is bricked out. Who on earth is surviving in these conditions? Oh, that's an unwinnable... Oh, no, he's moving. Oh, damn it. I thought maybe if he... New music? Or was that incidental sound effect? New password. Hang on. New password, new password. Yes. Elf quit! My cursor is on screen. Elf quit! Good for him. Quitting ain't easy. Password 4's a big trap, yeah, maybe. A red herring designed to destroy the elf. Oh, don't do a normal jump. Ah! Yep, the Pumpkin King laid that there. Oh, I can't even do ordinary operations anymore. The elf is about to lose his desk job. Alright, elf, pay attention. That's the way. It rattles the mind, these tricks. What if the intention is that you slay every enemy? We are getting quite a number of arrows. Uh-oh. Oh, I heard something shoot. I got half a mind to go through the... Oh, excuse me, just changing my position here. Getting more comfortable. I got half a mind to go through the hidden passage again. What a dreary confluence of events this is. I feel like we've got to go all the way through the caves, into the thing, and in the crack, to get something, and then come back this way for Mega Battle. That's what I feel like is going on. But I don't know. I feel like no... Ah, the elf! What an oaf! Not even the elf knows. Trick by the Pumpkin King. I'm going to sacrifice a life on this attempt, if I can get there, and go past the double skeletons. Well, I'll try and get past it, but it'll probably work out being a sacrifice in practice. Ah. Elf, you goof. Oh no, don't tell me I can't get out. Ah, we did it. We got out. Uh-oh. It's a better result than death. Not related to... Well, Legolas is a prince. Let's not go overboard. This is no lordly elf. How did it go in the Hobbit movies? A mere sylvan elf. You'll not wed your son to a mere sylvan elf? I don't know about that. I don't know about any of that elf lore. You think dwarves made this game? I think if the dwarves made this game, they'd have a wiser password system. Although they did have the wisdom to to hide the characters being entered, so they knew about security. It's a wonder the passwords don't require a capital letter and a number and a character. I bet dwarfs came up with that to keep goblins out of their accounts. You know, they saw Harry Potter, they read the books, they thought those goblins had taken over. We need stronger passwords. Sorry, I made myself laugh. Ah, damn it! Ah, stupid elf. Ah, damn, we didn't even delete the skeleton. I fell down accidentally thinking about Gringotts. Ah, what an oaf. Speak, cringe, and enter. Ah, damn. Oh, we got rid of a skeleton that time. Hey, let me recover. What's Elven for cringe? Oh, I have no idea. It smells less foul down this pit. Speak cringe. Hey. Whatever. Alright, now the stupid Bone Master. We've got to get past him. Now we can figure out what goes on over here. Like, here's the mysterious rope. Is that a thing? And there's a flame there. Oh, there's more skeletons. Never mind. Oh dear. What a fiasco. Alright, there's something more to that. I'm starting to think we actually come up from below. Like, at some point. Probably when we get through the crack. We probably come up from below there and we work our way back to the top to do something. Who knows what it is? We don't know. Something of elven import, no doubt. Speak cringe and enter. That's the best gag I've seen in a long moon. Why is cringe the password? Oh! Woo! There was some bloody lethal weapon level shootout. Shot avoidance there by the elf. Oh. A disused mineshaft. Morning. This is so perilous, this game. Every moment. Anyway, this must be the right way because all the other paths are really foodless. There's nothing to sustain us on those directions. Whereas around here... Ah, you mean I've got to wait for another cycle? Come on. Hello, C. Okay. Oh dear. What does it say about elf and dwarf relations that that's the password to Mordor? I mean, Mordor. I mean, Moria. Let us pass through the maidens of Moria. My cousin Gulin will give us a royal welcome. Yep. Malt beer. Right meat off the bone. Oh, you devil! Normally they wait 8 seconds plus to shoot their stupid arrows, and that time he's right on the money. Bloody Clint Eastwood of the goblins around here. Things are getting out of control. We didn't even get the goods from up there. Now we're wasting food. This game's got like 2 time limits at least. It's got the time limit, and the food time limit. Keeps you on your toes. Oh, what on earth? You know, it was inevitable that I'd play this game. With all my elfing. It's only a matter of time before it came up. Scale rock, swim lake. You got it. We can scale the outer rock at least. Not about lake. Like maybe there's a passage down in the deep water at the bottom of this cave, but I don't know. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It wasn't uncommon at the time to not like to be a fan of Tolkien and not really be that into the movies. There was article after article, arguably clickbait of the age, going, they don't do it for me and I'm a Tolkien fan, and here's a list of complaints, which most of the time, some of them were interesting discussions, but most of the time it was just lists of differences, which lack a lot when discussing an adaptation. Of course it's going to be different. Of course there's going to be changes for good or bad, and with different justifications. Just the lists of differences weren't interesting. This is going back into 2001 when the films were abroad, let's say, early. 2001, 2000, you know, the early, those great years. Ah, damn it! Stupid vacuum stairs, vacuum ladders. I would never deny the great craft that went into those movies. The great artisan work. I think they're very strong adaptations myself. I'm very fond of the films. Some great casting, too. Which, why did I just stay in front of it? I'm sitting here thinking about Lord of the Rings. We might have to ban Lord of the Rings as a topic during this game. The gags are too good for a start. A new 40k? I don't know about that. 40k and 1. Oh, a list of passwords. Let's not spoil ourselves. Let us not be spoiled by the mysteries of the passwords. I don't know if any of them are going to be as memorable as Cringe, though. Don't you dare. Oh, Elf, can you get up the... There we go. There's standing jumps, there's walking jumps, and there's running jumps. 3 different types of jump. That's like an ambitious move for a game of this caliber. Faithful in spirit. That's the... And sometimes it's just you don't like the style. Like a lot of people who don't hold with the film adaptations just aren't a fan of the style. They don't like how it looks. You know, it just doesn't rub them the right way. That's fair enough. There's a lot of things that I don't like just because the style doesn't strike a chord with me. That ate my input there, I swear it. There, that's better. The cringe of the crack. By the crack of Janel. Oh, stupid, enormous hitbox of the devil. 300. I'm just going to explore up there. I'm pretty sure I haven't explored that whole chamber. hitbox of the devil. By the crack of Janald. Yeah, like that. And then instantly with his bow. But whatever, I'm fond of the movies. I even dislike the Hobbit films less than a lot of people do. I think, because I have a habit of looking onto the bright side and finding the good in things. Except certain things. But that's a whole other matter. So favourable. Favourable. He said he's an expert. Uh-oh. That means there's 2 goblins here waiting in ambush. Yeah, some folk have said that. I've heard that said, or maybe not exactly that, but it's like, there's too much action. The action scenes are dragged out. A couple of the action scenes should be big set piece. The battle in the tomb, of course, the big military battle should have great substance, I feel, but whatever. They made them into action-adventure movies, and I don't think that's an invalid approach to take with The Lord of the Rings. I think they've got a pretty good balance of action and emotion and excitement and somberness, thoughtfulness. Like, there's a pretty good balance. Moments of peace, moments of wonder, that sort of thing. Which you can't take for granted in many films. Myself, I'm not a great fan of vast action sequences that go on for too long and you get tired, as the habit of the Marvel films and the DC films. Good God. I like action scenes that are paced in the manner of Conan the Barbarian, where they're fascinating and there's a lot to them, but they don't overstay their welcome. And they're the culmination of of what's been built up to, character-wise and in terms of the events and the mood. I just fell. I knew I fell as soon as I pushed up. Never mind. Clumsy. Yep. Scale Rock, Swim Lake. This is the biggest body of water we've seen. So I'm thinking that is lake. Right? I'm going to stay down here and experiment with the lake. Well, I'm running a risk, actually, because of these yahoos. I'm going to have to take them down from this side. Oh, can I even? Because they're, occupying all that space. Maybe I can just get down this way. Ugh, you devils. The scrolling's resetting their position. I accidentally ran. Now, here's a thing of lore. The water doesn't actually kill you immediately. In direct contravention to most gaming fables, contact with H2O does not immediately destroy this character. Contact with that bloody thing might, though. Oh, I can't walk off there. Ah! I can't just walk. I couldn't walk through the platform in front of me. Alright. Ding, 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 ding. The way I always thought of it was that the films, if you were to roll a d20, right, those films are a good 15. Maybe 15 to 17, right? And if some devil appeared before you and said, oh, you want to re-roll, I don't think you should take it. I think that's good enough. because the catastrophe that would occur if those films were terrible and laughable, like, imagine the knock-on effect on all of fantasy, right? It would be an absolute ghetto at this point. Fantasy fiction, all of the fandom, D&D itself as well might be a laughing stock. You know? Who knows? We couldn't let the D&D movie be the last word of fantasy for that period. I think they're fit companions to Tolkien's work. Fantasy... There's a whole generation of people now, probably 2 generations, maybe even 3, arguably, I don't know, for whom The Lord of the Rings is the equivalent of Star Wars for the generations previous, where it's like an epoch-defining cultural milestone. So the world we would live in if those films sucked might be unrecognizable. It might be completely unrecognizable. Who knows? I'm a big fan of the D&D movie, but we can't count on that to enrich fantasy in a broader cultural sense. Oh dear. Damodar. Oh, I like Damodar a lot. He's an oaf, but I like him. Is he an oaf? Oh, I was going to go all the way. Well, tell you what, I'll do this first. The Wizardry movie was an OVA already in the 90s, wasn't it? And it was pretty damn good. I kind of want an adaptation, a fairly loose one, of Capcom's D&D arcade games. Maybe 2 films. I'd call it The Shadow over Mystara. You know, just call it that. Maybe 3 films. I don't know, man. The elf. What an oaf. Yeah, these are philosophical questions. I'd argue that more people read the book because of the movies than I'd say the people who didn't read the books because specifically, the movie's better, so why read the book? I suspect that's a strong minority of people. That's like fools. That's fools who probably only watch the movies once anyway. So this ladder here hurls you downwards. Do you think these lead somewhere? I don't know, man. The elf's face is a good business. You doubt the elf's face? Look at the start screen we had featuring his portrait. Being adored by the maidens of the realm. Don't leave it up. Go, elf, turn around. Oh, God. Mind you, that OVA would have been made in the time when it could... See, look, a lot of stuff got made in Japan during the bubble. Like, OVAs are really a bubble thing, you know, where there was big money to throw at fairly niche things with an enthusiast audience. There was money enough to throw at those things, and they'd be profitable. You know, those were the times. That's when the best anime was made, in my opinion. That's the kind of anime that captivated me and my men back in the ancient age. It doesn't get made anymore. You probably can't. You probably couldn't make it. You'd never have the budget, the talent, the audience even if the audience is there, you can't make money doing it. Like, so it'd be passion projects only, and then it'd be like an enthusiast audience only that's not going to cover you're not going to make money doing it. That time has passed. The golden age. Oh, the golden age. So this is why they went into the West. Yeah, 2D sprite fighting games. Because doing that in like 2013 nearly destroyed SNK. You know? They don't make games like this anymore. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know, man. I don't know. There might be an Elf-like somewhere on Steam. I guess they do still make 2D, but they don't make them as a general thing, I can tell you that. They make, there's some anime ones that still go for 2D. Ah, damn. And by 2D I mean pixels, I don't mean polygonal, flat-shaded. Elf, I swear, if you just walk into that devil... Come on. KOF was very beautiful. Spriters of that sort are very few and far between. There's still excellent pixel masters out there, but not a lot of them are spending their talent on fighting games that require really a lot of intensive work. Unless there's some that I don't know about. It's possible. You ever see Daraku Tenchi? Notorious, somewhat unfinished fighting game. Oh, that was a doomed attempt anyway. He knew I was there. The Fallen Angels, it's called. It's one of my favourite fighting games, like, visually. It's got one of my favourite characters in it, too. He's like a karate master. He's a wandering karate master in the same sense as Ryu, but he's more realistic because he's like completely unwashed and degenerate, and he looks like somewhat frightening, like the kind of karate master you wouldn't want to encounter. Oh! What? The magic has mapped itself to the gamepad again. What's going on, Elf? Explain. Now I can't shoot. This happened last time as well. Ah, the elf is an oaf. And I'm in the surprise attack tunnel, and I didn't die from that death. And my controls are back. Alright, this isn't a lost cause. We lost all of that magic, though. I'm happy that the old genres are still being made by enthusiast developers for receptive audiences, though. Like, beat-em-ups are still being made. We talked about that Shinobi-like earlier that I'd like to play eventually. Dark Gangs. What was it called? Shadow Gangs. All that sort of thing. And let us not forget the still upcoming, He-Man beat-em-up, which is the closest thing to like a Capcom-looking game we've had in a while. Oh, 23 hours left. All right. Let's go forth. Let's attend to elven matters. Oh, the elf! I don't know, man. What happened? What happened, elf? Why didn't you turn around? I'm pretty sure I commanded a turnaround there. Yep, like that. Halt. There's also the thing about how a lot of current developers who operate within these genres. Don't really get these genres very much. I'm still mad at the modern Shinobi game, and it's not that it's like a genre of old, with its stupid developers who just outright said they didn't like the old Shinobi games and thought they sucked, and that they fixed it. Ah, Elf! He keeps stopping movement. We played the Shinobi games, and frankly, they sucked. So we make better. I think they're French, aren't they? We bring it into line with current technology, current gaming. We don't play old rubbish. I was very mad at this. What are they doing making a Shinobi game? Who let this happen? That's why I don't watch developer interviews. I just get mad at them. Hey, up. Right. There's the archery. That's it. Oh, the elf. Oh, the elf. Oh, the elf. Oh, what is going on? Game over. Elf wounded. I think they are French. Aren't they the guys who made the last Shinobi game, which was a disaster? It is significantly worse than every Shinobi game preceding it. It is so boring. Like, I only played the demo, and it's big, empty spaces. It's completely trash. I absolutely hated it. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I'm mad about it, and I don't want to get mad. I've got to concentrate for Elf. I've got to do this for all those fabulous elf babes, which are no doubt in the wings. Okay, yep. Whew. Every step is getting harder. Oh, we're getting more misfortune at odd points. Flying leap. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with modern marketing strategies and showing open contempt for, like, the original audiences for these things. The people who are most likely to be enthusiasts for what you're doing. You got to show contempt to them and say, that's old. We're going to do the opposite of what they like. You see it all over the place. Ah, well, let us not speak of such things. At least not very much. Ha-ha! I don't know why that wine is there. I feel like the food mechanic is legitimate for the elf, but I feel like the wine is laid out in very dubious places. Like the Pumpkin King has planned it all as a big trap. Oh, the elf. Hang on. Oh, God, the elf. This game would be fundamentally different if you could, like, jump up from this position. You can't be... Oh, that goblin, the Jackson goblin has returned to us. The Jackson glitch is going to be a big problem with a lot of these enemies, especially the contact damage enemies. Yeah, the Pumpkin King is a treacherous enemy. You know, deadly foe. Wicked, tricksy, and false. Which are probably passwords, frankly. I like how you have to number the pass. You can't just guess. It doesn't just have a list of passwords. They're specifically numbered, and you have to put the number and the password in. That's like two-factor authentication. The dwarfs, they made this game. See, this game wasn't made by dwarven game makers. It was made by dwarven cybersecurity experts, probably in Shadowrun. So they've got like two-factor authentication and all of the mod cons of passwordery. All the password enthusiasts out there will know what I'm talking about. The latest techniques, password entry, how to enter your password secretly when someone's watching. You know, the cross-hand technique, the mace them first. Damn it. Yeah, man. Simulation Shadowrun, we're good. Where you got to manage like your day-to-day expenses. You've got to make a profit on your runs. You've got to manage all that stuff. I went down, didn't I? Yeah. No, I couldn't have, because I don't have any Sunspell. I thought I did that. I guess I didn't. If you please. Yep. Swoo. The cross hands technique. I heard about this. This Conan upgrade. I bet it looks worse. Am I right? I don't know. Well, Macaw 45. 13 months of power, no less. The glory of the Atari ST. That's right. This is another game better on the ST than it is on the Amiga. To the shock of all. Have you played this, Macaw? This is a true game. Like, it seems like a complete fiasco. Like, it's very rickety. Half of the things don't seem to work right. And yet, there's intrigue and mystery afoot. When do we use the spells? What's the next password gonna be? Yeah, better than the Amiga, I'd say so.
That's how we do it. I did it.
Runs better.
With my spear.
Godak. 33 months of power, well met. Nightwalk, eh? We're getting thrown down into the abyss. Oh, there's another Sunspell there, actually, in that bottle. Alright, Elf. Yep. Oh, the peril of using the ladders. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting about Conan. I have to look at it, I guess. Alright, I'm getting off here. And then we're going to the cliffs. We've only got 1 life left. We've got 4 food. You can't go anywhere near the ladder or you get vacuumed up. There's stuff here that we still haven't got in the caves, but I feel like we've done good enough. Sheer rock face. Don't worry about the goblins. I've got a sinking feeling that we're probably going to need all those arrows that the goblins have got there. Oh wait, that's not a true way to go. Ah, oh, Elf, what an oaf. Elf wounded. Is 300 the best we've done? Forsooth. Oh, dwarven encryption. Yeah, it involves actual crypts. They bury their passwords with the ancestors. Oh yeah, 365 before the reset. Right. 365 before the reset. That's chief. Yeah, he just gets wounded and just gives up. And fair enough. A wound is a serious thing. As we're going to find out in my Hero Quest video whenever it shows up. I don't know how to really read the score. Like, the Pumpkin King made the game, so he might have given himself an impossibly high score so as to never be dethroned. Or there might be Ultra Beasts later that give you lots of score for defeating them. Like, I don't know how much score you get for destroying one of the Phantasm Snakes. And I don't know what can hurt them. Unless, as I suspect may be true, the Sunspell... Oh god, I thought I was dead there. Unless the Sunspell can do it. Rouge. Well met. Rouge. Rouge. Well met there. 18 months of power. And why not? Oh, the attempts. This game's got elements of Barbarian. Like, in terms of figuring out what to do in each... Oh, no, we shouldn't have jumped that. You get killed if you do it in a false leap. That's all right. You get 3 lives. And you only need 1, I bet. Yeah, 24 hours. It's got gauntlet food management and a time limit. You've got double time limit. I wonder if there's something else we can do with the dice as well. Stop, elf. Holy smokes, don't run there. Yeah, false leap in real life. False leap, true death. That sounds like a Van Damme film title if ever there was one. That oaf Van Damme probably turned it down. Probably got made by, I don't know, Don the Dragon. Oh, damn it! Ah, the elf. Unorthodox controls is another barbarian feature in this game. This isn't mouse controlled, but it's unorthodox. Once you're moving, he'll keep moving until you give him a contradictory command. So you can't inch forward except by like doing that sort of thing. Not that you'd ever want to inch forward. I mean, what kind of coward move is that?
There may some chain this day.
Oi, Zegrab War. 37 months of power. What time is it? Like, I don't have that much stream time left, in all honesty. So either this attempt or the one after it's going to have to be the final attempt. Streaming wholeheartedly here, getting some elf in. Yep, like that. Fly. Oh, I knew that was a false leap. I haven't seen the trailer for the new Street Fighter movie. I've seen screenshots. Doesn't look too bad. Looks like it might be a bit of alright, but I don't know. I don't know, it's a roll of the dice. It's a roll of the dice, just like Masters of the Universe. If it's too ironic, it'll be terrible, and I won't like it. But if it's just right, then we'll be talking. Casino games. No. And anyway, I'm Australian. We don't go to casinos in suits. We go in polo shirts and... Ah, damn it. Cargo shorts. You know, whatever. Oh, elf, get out of the mine shaft. We're not ready. Oh, God. There we go.
Silence.
Whoa!
Whose turn is it next? Confess.
Crom's Mountain confesses instantly.
Good morning. I think this is the earliest you on here from my side of the world.
What on earth? The least thank you, Crom's Mountain. Romanian text-to-speech. Good morning. I don't know about any of that. Yeah, that's from the Witch version of Nightmare. With Anne de Chantraine. Yeah, serious business. I don't... That one and the vampire one. The witch and the vampire are the scariest ones. I think. Which is like the 2 female ones as well. I still like the Gatekeeper the best, though. Because he doesn't have to be like a specific, well-known type of monster, like the zombie or the witch or anything like that. He is what he is. And that's good enough. Silence. Wait a minute. Oh no, this is the one. Right, we've still got all our lives. We're in the mine shaft. Mac. Well met. Giant Ming there. This is going to have to be my final attempt, unfortunately. Ah, the elf! Oh, atmosphere game on the SNES. I know nothing of this. The game also deleted a skeleton for some reason. This game has many mysteries. A vast, damp cavern. We've almost mastered this cavern. We're only losing to shenanigans and failed inputs, really. That's all that's getting us in here. Slightly off cycle. Unfinished that's very good. That's interesting business. I'll have to look that up. Silence. Are you game, my litter of pigs? There we go. Like this. Time flies in the witching hour. There's the sun spell, which... all these spells, but... nothing is better than the arrows so far, like battle-wise. But I sense they've got specific uses. Like the sun spells probably destroy the phantasm snake. Or phantasm snakes.
Silence.
Yikes.
Whose turn is it next? Confess.
She's back. In board game heaven confesses instantly.
Confess. Heilbard.
Ah!
Is the elf in this day?
It goes like that.
Of mystery.
There's times of Mr. Elfing is going a little bit downhill. Macaw coded thing. What were the statements exactly? Thank you, board game heaven. Hey up. Flying leap. The elf has lost all cohesion. I need another attempt. I'm going to have the true final attempt here. This is going to be it. This is going to be the real final attempt. I should pass a rule that we can't have a final attempt until we get back to the crack area at least. With a full run of getting as good as we've done so far. Like building up all the skills. Yeah, that's correct, Jiggy. That's a macaw utterance if ever there was one. Double utterance, I should say. Yep, like that. This game rules. I think I like this game a lot, actually. Warts and all. Like, everything that's wrong with it adds a layer of charm. Doesn't stop it from being wrong, but it's like, you know, it's a forgivable goof of a game. It is, in short, an oath. Woo! Yeah, no. I can understand people wouldn't be able to... I think this game might be dismissed out of hand a little too swiftly. I think there's potential. The mystery of when to use the spells. The unknown nature of the gambling. Unless its nature is just to kill you instantly, in which case we know it. And what the clues mean. And what's the next, password gonna be? The last one was cringe, by the way. And we only found one password, and it's password 4. So I don't know if they come out of order or what. I mean, it might be terrible. I might be giving it too much of a chance. You know what I mean? Like, I might be too merciful. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of the same enjoyment that I get out of Barbarian and that sort of thing. Where you inch toward completion, you unravel the game. A little at a time, through many successive attempts. Many disastrous attempts as well. Yeah, it's one of those. Got to figure it out. It's made like a puzzle. That's always like the analogy I use. It's like those puzzles that cost $100 and they're meant to last you like many hours figuring it out, and it's an artisan product, and it's well made, and it's imported from somewhere, and all that stuff. And you buy them, and you have it on your coffee table, and it impresses people who come around. They go, "Oh, what's this?" And they fiddle with it, and they can't figure it out because it's a really cunning puzzle. Games like that are like games like this are like that to me, where it's something you've meant to play with over a long period of time. You just learn how it works, and eventually you do it. And then you do it, and you probably never play it again. Although that can't be true, because I think I've played again all of the all of the games of that category that I've played. Oh, no, I want to go up. Reverse the ladder. Commence. There we go. Yeah, it's a special kind of satisfaction. And learning like the bizarrities of its controls and that kind of thing, and getting used to its quirks. You know, it's like getting to know somebody. You come to know them over time. What is over here with these goblins anyway? Well, I'm not going to find out in this attempt. I'm taking in... Oh, you've got to do it right. You got to do it right, Elf. Yeah, a game doesn't have to be rickety or bad or even lacking. A game can be excellent and have that style. There's the dice. The mysterious dice that you use to gamble with. Oh, it could be. I'm pretty sure this is a one-man game. There might be a second man involved. As far as we know, it's created by the Pumpkin King himself. We know no more. Just got to wait for the... See, everything's a little bit rickety. Like, it's got these weird ladders that you can't actually use by your own will. You've got to wait until they decide they're being used. And in which direction. Yeah, mysterious elvish origin, this game. Wondrous elven game. The sheer rock face. Oh, this is the most nerve-wracking place. Any of these goblins can be our end. Alright, we're in the crack. We made it. A noisy, cold, damp crack. Oh, I didn't die instantly. Ah, the elf. This bloody elf. If I fall into that area with the spike, I die instantly. As should be expected in a game of this sort, frankly. That's the password up there on that note. You ever play Bugaboo on the Commodore 64? The jumping reminds me of that a little bit. We've got to make all these calculated obscure leaps. Password 4, cringe. No. I thought there might be a transition to one of the earlier areas here somewhere. Oh, maybe not. What if this is just a dead end? Or... there's more cave. I discovered more lines on the parchment. This is bricked out, though. I need a running jump here. Oh, God, the elf. Oh, woof. Alright, what do I do about this? Oh, the elf needs food. Are you serious? Oh, we can just shoot him? Did I go this far before? Elf needs bloody food, though. I'm going to have to find another unit of food somewhere in the caves. which there might be, because there's like... Oh, elf, can you go up there or what? Oh, God. Making use of my final unit of food. Oh, the elf. Come on, lad. Oh, damn, I thought I'd be able to... Oh, what? A small cave in the... Oh, dead! There was a place there! There are no pre-beard bard images. There was no bard pre-beard. Well, now that's a mystery. That's the canon end of our elf play today, I reckon. Secrets in the shadows. There had to be something in there. The beard came first, and the rest of me manifested behind it, you know, like a cloud of mystery. You know, that's what happened to me. I don't want to share my personal photos with you. You're getting too presumptuous. Step back. Whoosh! Like that. This game's great. That was a mystery crack in the earth there that we found, and who knows what lies beyond, and how close were we to food? Because we were on Starvation Row there, you know. The second, the continuum of, that's how it works. There's a continuum of bards. You know, we've all spawned from the same beard. That's normal. All right, Vader, enough of this. Enough of this. Hiya! Excellent. The Atari ST strikes again. McCaw, if you're still here. What else is good on the Atari ST? Like we've covered, we know that the Atari ST has the true version of Masters of the Universe. We know the Atari ST has the true version of... I don't have enough time to play any big game. I'll have a cooldown game. That's as far as I can go. Does it have the true version of Lorna? Well, I'm going to experiment with that. Did I stream the ST version? I don't think I did. Maybe I did once. Well, I need to look at it properly and back-to-back with the Amiga version to determine which is the true version. Necron Aptor Quest is an Atari ST. The Bard might need food. I did have an enormous burger before I started... before I started playing. So I've got that in my favour. I also had a caramel sundae as well. Against advisement. I had a double whopper from Hungry Jack's. Because that's what I was craving. We'll play Lorna soon enough. I've got to install fully Elf in my mind. My mind and my muscle memory has to fully absorb Elf first. Get Steam back. I've got a couple of ST games here. Like the ST version of Torvak the Warrior was in the conversation as a true game as well. That's worth mentioning. The Atari ST version of... really? The ST version of Gods is the true version? Is that true, Volta 500? A bold claim? Perhaps true. Perhaps true. Yeah, the Aiko soundtrack and Lorna, just that's how it was supposed to be. That's how it was supposed to be since the ancient age. Torvak the Warrior. That's a true game. Battlebound. That's also the true game on the Barbarian Burger. Forsooth. Is there such a thing? I'll have to investigate that later. I'll have to investigate. What have I got here? Oh, the ST version of Barbarian. Let me run this and see if it... Oh, I might have just accidentally run the disc 2. The ST version of Barbarian, to reiterate this bit of personal history, is the first version of the game I ever played. My uncle appeared and he brought his ST with him and he had Barbarian. And he played it, and I played it a little bit, but I wasn't very good at it because I was only like a little kid. Floppy disk, what are you talking about? Floppy disk. Look at this UI here. Oh, damaged? I don't believe a word of it. What's the reset function on this thing? No, that just closes it. Never mind. That crashes it. All right, let's cool down with something else. Vader, enough of this. Let's cool down with something else. Ugh, come on. Mame, return to me. I'll have to figure that out. Destroyed floppy. Rastan cooldown, excellent idea. We powered up with King of Dragons, one of the great games. Playing as the elf. Rastan cooldown. I don't know what that's got to do with elves, but that's alright. It doesn't matter. It's a great... What the... Is the aspect ratio wrong on the stream? Or am I seeing things? Olympus is better on ST. I've got a follow-up question. What's Olympus? I don't think I know it. The cursor's a B because B's are keen. No, it does look alright. I guess my mind just edited Amiga Elf. It's pretty good. It's not as good as the ST Elf. It does have a darker night sky, though. So it's got that in its favour. Just used to looking at the ST. Alright, power up. Oh, the other one. The other elf. Great question. Unsolved mystery as yet. I don't think I've played it. I may have looked at it at some point, either privately or on stream. Oh yeah, the Olympus. It's the most sought-after chemical in the land. This is too loud, it's actually coming out of my speaker. There we go. Alright, Rastan. Ah, the jewel. See, these jewels don't look anywhere near as good as those refined Capcom jewels. So, the beautiful jewels in King of Dragons. And oddly enough, for some reason, because Capcom knew they could draw good jewels, when you play the Punisher, it's full of, like, beautiful, gorgeous gems. It's got these gems everywhere. That's the score item. Because in this world, or a fantasy world, future or past, nothing beats gems. They're, like, instantly valuable. They're an eternal natural beauty, right? Nothing beats gems. Jewels and gems and the gems. That sort of thing. True beauty cannot be suppressed, my friend. Always emerges. It always strikes the heart. Yeah, the Punisher, a notorious jewel master. Truly outrageous. I'm going to have to watch the whole series of Gem and the Holograms. Pass judgment on whether or not the holograms or the misfits are the true band. Are their songs really better? Who knows? I'm not watching that movie though. I'm putting a veto sidestep on the movie. Tuna and water? What, you dive into the sea and catch tuna with your teeth? That sounds pretty heroic to me. That sounds like a life you can be proud of. Oh, now. Don't be like that. Thank you, the Bard. What have I started a Patreon? What would I do then? What would I put on it? That'd be okay. You'd be competing with sharks in the shallows there for tuna. Ah, there you go. What am I doing hanging out there? I'm wasting time. Look at my life. Oh, rascal. The attrition bats are going to be all upon us here, as they used to say. Well, this is favourable. We're leaving them in the dust. How about that? Oh, damn it. There we go. Yeah, ill-advised. Too many people who didn't like or didn't care about Gem and the Holograms had a controlling say, no doubt. There's a lot of that in things. It's not the only thing that happens, but it's a thing. All sorts of things. Wait, I didn't die from that. Heroic swing by that evil villain. Yep. Let's say you, warrior. Oi, step back. Alright, the first sorcerer. Oh, God. He's alive. Oh, whew. Hasn't gone like that. I don't know if it's ever gone like that, actually. I feel lucky to have survived. I got some life back. Now we're in the woods slaying beasts. Imagine how many elf attempts we could have squeezed into this Rastan cooldown. It all depends on how unlucky we are in the elf. There's something to that game. It's not good, strictly speaking, but it's just good enough. It's just intriguing enough to spark the mind and inspire the body to great feats of elf control. Oh, the poison. Yeah. Manual lore aeration. That sounds pretty good. Oh. I didn't know you were against this. I guess you're not against it. You're against the punishing after effects on muscle and bone that physical labour draws forth. Yeah, everyone wants to go on an adventure until they're on one. Nobody wants to aerate a lawn. Yep, such was the standard of computer gaming. But at the same time, the spindly killerfish. At the same time, you could get like a dozen such games on a cover disc of a magazine or something like that. That's actually something I'd like to share with you. My first computer magazine that my mum bought me back in the day. I'll share it with you. I'll get a PDF. I've got the actual physical thing somewhere, but I haven't seen it for a while, and it may be lost, which saddens me. Maybe turning around there makes me more likely to get hit, actually. It feels safe, like it's a reflexive thing that feels safe when you're doing it, like physically, but I don't know. Oh, the diamond ring. What was I saying? Yeah, I'll find a PDF and I'll talk about it, because it had a cover tape, and no, I'll tell the whole story like, when we do that, which will be sometime in the time of mystery, so any time, really. It could happen at any time. I'll find a PDF and we'll read the key reviews. And we'll talk about how it affected me, as many things do. Things that seem trivial, no doubt, to your parents, or even to yourself, turn into these formative events in the life of a youth, from which you are forever changed. I was going to say you never recover, but that implies that there's something to recover from. That's not true. Ha! No, it didn't kick off my obsession with sword and sorcery. That had already happened, actually. With the playing of Barbarian on my uncle's Atari ST and the subsequent renting of Conan the Destroyer, because I wanted to know more about barbarians. That was it. That was it. That was the end of it. Fantasy in general and sword and sorcery in particular. Oh, Chaos. Yeah, I've heard of this. I've never played it, though. Alright, the second sorcerer, the biggest fool of them all. You just walk toward him and swing your weapon, no problem. So long as you've got the axe, no problem. Sounds like you need to be mummified. Thank you, the bard. You need to be mummified and blown back and put in a sarcophagus. To be discovered in a later age. Where you can stalk Peter Cushing around an ornate writing desk. It'll be alright, following in the steps of Christopher Lee. It'll be fine. Yeah. Worse fates. The caves of Circe here. Hey, yep. Oh, another extra life registered. The gods favour Rastan this day. Flying leap, flying other leap, normal leap, plunging blow. Big swing, big swing, big swing, turn around, big swing. Ah, like that. A little hop. Oh, careful. Oh, this is on a tricky cycle. This is the time. Rastan, good, good. There we go. Good. This is phenomenal Rastaning going. Oh, I forgot about the... Oh, it's alright. No problem. And the fleece. Good. Full recovery. No problem. Slight mistake. Big recovery. Up. Like that. I must get stuck into the Master System version again one of these days and finish it properly this time. Without any shenanigans. It's fascinating, like, version. They did some wild stuff with it, with the wall jumps and everything. Like, the graphics don't look as crisp as the MSX version, which uses most of the same material. Well, I guess that's arguable. I guess a lot of the enemy sprites on this. Whatever, it's a whole other matter. The Master System may be the true version that isn't the arcade. The true home version. In fact, I think it is, because there's not that many home versions of Rastan. The Commodore 64 version... Oh, I got bricked out of that because you can't bloody jump from rope to rope for some wild reason. I just can't do it. I biffed it and it was oaf. Up. Oh, wait, oh, wait. Sometimes I go Yahoo up here, and sometimes it works out, but most of the time I get one back. One time I did get to the... Actually, I've done it twice. Because I did it one time, and then on my stream, was talking about it, and then I did it on my stream, if I remember correctly. I got to the boss with the axe intact, and discovered it doesn't actually do more damage on a jump. It took the same amount of hits. Please. I'm going to host a Rastan tournament one of these days. Yep. Oh, I missed. Oh, Man Zero. I better get stuck back into that as well. I didn't complete Man Zero. Jar of Mud, yeah. The tournament's going to be like... I don't know if we should do it like... Anyway, there's like qualifying rounds and then the clash of champions at the end. That's how it's going to be. Where you can make as many attempts and you submit your best attempt in secret, and the top 3 go into like a playoff. Where you get one true attempt, and whoever wins out of the champions. That's how we determine who's champion. There's an element of chance involved, I realise. But the rules are for your initial attempt to count. You have to get a high score. You have to get the highest score you can, and you're allowed to use the leeching techniques. But if you don't 1cc the game, it doesn't count. You're not allowed to just die in the Hydra Cave. You have to defeat the dragon for your attempt to count. Otherwise, it's not a warrior's attempt. And I'm going to get some trophies made. I'm going to get the fleece made and some other stuff. The Jar of Mud, maybe. I don't know. Maybe everybody gets a Jar of Mud. And they'll be presented to the winners of this tournament. A fleece, a diamond ring, potion maybe, I don't know. Or a cape. Oh, what about a nice, lavish green cape? Yeah, time would also be an excellent thing. But score has a big number attached, and you can look at it. I guess time has a number attached, but it's a small number. They're automatically less glorious. But there's something about like the being able to leech for points, but also having to clear the game that adds like a tension, like this a sort of nail-biting tension between hanging in there and when do we go for the do we go all the way down to one life and then try to finish it, or do we keep one in reserve and just hope we didn't need extra leech? You know, there's a bit of that, you know. It'll be fun, and I'm not allowed to participate, of course. I don't know how to run it though. Does anyone know how to run tournaments? And should the finals be like a live thing, where they're done like one true attempt live on stream? Where it's probably just going to be a clash of people who are really good. Who can... Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. People who can reliably 1cc it, and they just go for the 1cc, and they can probably do it, and it's just a matter of who got the biggest score. I guess the 1cc requirement would be... Maybe, actually, the final clash should be progress-based. Like, down to the pixel, as to who got furthest. Furthest toward the end. And then it comes down to score, and then time. Heaven forbid score be tied. Then it can be timed. More attrition bats? Oh my god. What revision am I on? I'm using whatever this version is. Yep. Machine info. Check it out. That won't reset it, will it? It doesn't pause it. Hang on. Machine information. Revision 1. Yep, there we are. This is the version I always play. But I'm not playing the Japanese version for the different text. I wonder who will be champion of Rastan. There's a few, like, big wheel Rastan players, like people with big high scores out there. Oh, what's the method? I don't have a method for this guy. I just have to... A lack of bats, eh? So I'm not playing the most difficult version of Rastan. So this isn't the true tale of Rastan. Ah, Rastan, we're gonna die on the third sorcerer. Anyway, that tournament's a wild idea. Wow, like that! Oh, the PS4. Or whatever, all the contenders have to be on the true version. And I suppose we'd have to be on like a unified version of Mame, whatever the true... Oh, God. That's interesting. I see, so it's a leech prevention version. Right. Interesting business. Interesting business. Legend of Elf. We'll have to have an elf tournament after. Ah, oh, God. That was a daring move that almost didn't... Well, it didn't pay off, really. It was just miraculous survival in peril that shouldn't have happened in the first place. The Grand Rastan Tournament. Ah! Oh, I've still got some life left. Well, how many lives have I got? Oh, we've got more than enough. 1cc is still on the table. Never mind that potion. Up. Like that. Elven steel. While dwarven cannon were being loaded. How did it go? Warriors armed themselves with elven steel and mail. The Warcraft 2 intro. Great intro. Fine intro. We watched it many times back in the day when anything rendered in cinematic was the supreme novelty in gaming. There was a sense that it gave our hobby legitimacy. Perhaps, by some. For others, we just thought it looked cool. Yo! Yes! Kill it. Ah! Nice! Yeah, hobbies don't need legitimacy. They need dedicated and true enthusiasts. Those midway yahoos in there. I certainly frown upon excessive cutscenery. Time and place, mind, like depends. Time and place. Oh god. Stupid, that's the worst part of the game. Let's find a ROM set that edits that out. There's just this button mashing challenge just in the middle. Look what it did to my health. You're out of control. I pushed my secret button there, by the way, in order to save my hands from being destroyed. Red Alert cutscenes were great. They were. Raston, what an oaf. Alright, that's good enough. There's just that mud pit there. It's just there. There's no other part of the game that requires button mashing. But it's just that part they said, let's make them mash the button as fast as they can, otherwise you can't pass this pit. Let's put this pit here. Let's just separate the men from the boys. Mind you, in Japanese arcade culture, button mashing is considered one of the core skills that all players of arcade games must master. Yeah, they must have it. At least as far as I know. Look at those jewels there. They ain't no Capcom jewels. Alright, look at the time. I gotta go. I'll see you all later. I gotta go. I got a meeting. I gotta go. I'll separate the men from their quarters. Or their 100 yen coins. As the case may be. It was good to see you all again. But the future calls. And so...
Enough talk.